Welcome back to Let's Play Galactic Civilizations 2, Twilight of the Arnor with me, Get Daved. So, I just got a couple transports. I went ahead a couple turns ever since the failed invasion of a your planet. Any your planet would do. Alright. We've got a couple transports that finished though, so that's encouraging. For an invasion of their homeworld, I have half a mind to just shell out, like, I don't care if the invasion fails almost, just, I want to bomb the crap out of them, you know? Only one ship is left alive, so I'm just having to go around and stir up trouble. They don't appear to have a very large mobile fleet, which is totally fine with me. There's a freighter, let's destroy it. And back you go. We're almost at the end of the warp propulsion tree, which is very exciting for me. What to do next? After that, I may be forced to... Why are they building that crappy defender? Well, I don't care. I'm not here to ask questions, I'm here to destroy them. See, the invulnerability bloom sounds pretty good, but honestly, it's not going to make a difference against them. Not when they have ships that have 200 firepower on one ship. Okay. Had a feeling that was coming. I'm not 100% sure what I should do here. I think... You know, you just can't trust anyone to not invade you. That's the sad fact. So, what we're going to have to do is finish off the Korx really quickly. They've got planets way back there, though. That's inconvenient, to say the least. I wonder if I can get to be at peace with the Yor. No? You still think you're doing so hot? We can bribe them to take one, but I don't really want to do that. Unless, well, no. Can we find something good to give them that's not really that bad? I don't want to give them that. Habitat improvement? There we go. Alright. Peace with the Yor. Let's just purge the Korx as fast as we possibly can. It's going to be hilarious. And then we'll finish off the Yor later. I really don't want to save them for last, though. That's good. They were about to blow up my starbase, I'm pretty certain. Alright. Against species other than the Yor, putting battle stations and stuff like that may actually make a difference on my star bases. Also, the Korx are still apparently using mass drivers, and some of them are starting to have a pretty decent amount of firepower on them, so I'm going to stop researching propulsion, and we'll worry about that later. Stellar Avenger. What am I looking for here? Titanium armor. Now, we can probably exceed the cost of this technology, and so it'll really boost us along that path in the tech tree really quickly. But I do think it'd be a worthwhile investment. Duranthium, not quite. I was hoping to get a double whammy, didn't happen. Korx troop transport. Let's gun that down, shall we? No? Okay. They have pretty high propulsion, too. I hope I just didn't leave that colony totally unprotected. It's more likely that that one will get invaded, so we'll shift things around a little bit. Alright. Also, it looks like I'm about to lose that starbase again. I just don't have the ships deployed well enough to fight them. May have to go with... too many enemies, not enough guns. Alright. I am probably going to go with a cheaper design to fight the Korx, just because quantity is probably more important than quality against them. Although, upgrading a military starbase never hurts. And, well, I'm a little reluctant to do it right now, to design the ship right now, because I always err on the side of waiting way too long. I have vastly superior technology. I'm not using any of my new warp drives. I should really get on that, but, you know, I'm not in a rush. Alright. Might as well put up the invulnerability bloom just in case it matters. As soon as it takes more than one turn, I'm gonna do it, but my current ships are working reasonably well. Territory, and no one can detect it. Again, if you have a freighter network set up and you're really going hard with, yeah, there we go. Yeah, military would be more valuable to me. If you're really going hard with developing your freighters and loading them up with sensors or whatever, you can have great visibility. Unfortunately, it didn't really work that way for us. Keep developing that economic resource. And it's going to take forever for those ships to get to somewhere meaningful for the battle, unfortunately. That one might get there on a reasonable amount of time. I need a ship that's like only out there as a sensor drone. And that actually I probably could build right now. Enhanced Tristrontium. So cheap. Armor is so cheap. And so effective. Nutritious and delicious. See, that fleet is going to be pretty effective against me. Probably going to have to fly out and meet it with force. Now they've got some protection against my weapons, but on the other hand, I do have a lot. Still more firepower than they do, so this will be an interesting matchup, to say the least. Alright. They're probably gonna Oh, interesting. In my opinion, the Korx just committed a pretty significant mistake. Kind of like what I'm doing right now, how I keep not attacking people. They gave me a chance to get all of my ships together into one big fleet with a lot more combined firepower, and now I can attack them in space. I may have to invest in getting larger ships. Looks like everybody else has battleships. I'm kind of missing it. I have so many hit points. And I'm already breaking the bank on my ships anyway, so... All things considered, well, against the Yor, I might want to invest in ships like that. And I don't want to leave any colonies totally open. Well, Epsilon's a little farther back there, so maybe they're okay. I'm going to design a scanner ship. Ugh. The Ariadne 2 and 3. Well, I'm not going to scrap them, but good to see that we only have one of each of those now. The Hestia is a model I made from a different, well, the only other game of this I've played. Boy, that's expensive. But worth it. Well, maybe not worth it compared to Hyper Warp Drive Mark 1. Alright, oh yeah, I should put on an extra. Do that every time. What looks good? These are kind of fun looking. I'll throw some weapons on there too. Okay, I'm sick of not having any sensors, so this will be a little bit, more far-seeing of a ship. Honestly, they're so small, and I'm not wanting for firepower against these guys. Alright. I don't think I need to bother extending the range on this. I think we're good for that. Weapons. I think I'm going to diversify my weapons too. I've got photon torpedoes. I'm going to put one on there just because it's reasonably cheap, and I think it'll pay off. That's all. Disruptors, still hard to argue with the results I've been getting from those. So a fair bit less firepower on this one. It should probably be in a totally different series, to be honest. I'm still going to put on Ultimate Invulnerability, just so it maintains some usefulness against, you know, whoever I think I might end up fighting next, whoever that might be. 7 space. Room for one more disruptor. Oh yeah, I was going to put some weapons on those. Well, let's do that, shall we? Because, you know, you want to keep them in an interesting spot. Keep my enemies guessing. It would be kind of nifty if they made the locations matter and all that, incorporate an element of engineering, but I think it might end up being more hassle than it's worth. Sure. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And I'm going to call it something else. Again, we're going to run out of time, so we'll decide next time, or you'll find out next time. I'll see you there.